Ahead, the recording is in progress.
Okay, thank you, Michael.
You're welcome.
All right, calling to order the West University Historic Zone Advisory Board for Tuesday, May 16th, starting at 6:01 p.m. Do a quick roll call. Darcy Hasebaker,
Present.
Damon Turner. Present.
Damon's here.
All right, Rachel Sarah. Rachel,
It's probably taking care of the kids, but she's
she's here. Why don't we call that a score that she's here? I bet she'll come back.
she's here.
Yep, okay. And Rick McDonald present, so we have a quorum.
Did you call Jim?
I'm sorry?
I'm here.
Oh, no, I didn't call Jim. I'm not used to calling Jim. I actually wrote his name down too and everything. Okay, so with that, we have a quorum, call to order. Michael sent the LAR out just earlier today. Oh, there's Sarah. Let's give her a chance to get on. Hey, Sarah.
Hi there.
Hi there. Okay, so Rachel, Sarah, present. Okay.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, yeah,
Sorry.
not a problem. I think we got everybody. Okay. Michael sent the LAR out this afternoon. I don't know if everybody got a chance to see it. For those that did, were there anyone have an issue with the LAR? Were you all good with it?
No, it's fine.
Fine. Okay, Sarah.
Look
I
good
know
to me.
Jim. I'm sorry, Rachel. It's good to you. Okay. Damon, did you get a chance to look at it?
Yep, I looked at it. It looked good to me.
Okay, and Darcy, how about you?
I looked at it, but since I wasn't at the meeting, I don't have any comment.
Okay. All right, so all in favor of approving the LAR, aye.
Aye.
2, 3,
Aye.
4.
Aye.
4, okay. Jim?
Aye.
Oh, you didn't get a chance to look at it, so you can abstain, and Darcy, I guess you're abstaining? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so with that, we have the LARs accepted with 4 ayes and 2 abstains.
So
Call
who made the motion?
Do we have to make a motion for that? Okay,
Who made
I
the
mo-
motion to approve?
yeah, Damon motion.
And I second.
And Rachel seconded. That's what the way I
Okay.
remember it. Yeah. Okay. Michael
Is
was
motion and move to approve as submitted
right. Right with
with a vote of 4-2.
4 yes and 2 abstain and 0 no's.
Okay.
All right, you good?
Good.
All right, item 3, call to audience. Michael, was there any call to the
No,
audience?
there was no call. We didn't receive anything before the deadline, so call to the audience is nothing.
Okay, that brings us to item 4. TCCOM 0423011043 1000 North Stone, Onset Park. So this is the full review. We did a courtesy review last time. So Tom, why don't you take it away?
All righty, sounds good. I'm filling in for Betsy tonight. This is a joint project between WANA and the city, and she had a family obligation. So I'm gonna sort of do a repeat presentation of what was shared. I believe that was just about 3 weeks ago, something like that. So I'm gonna share my screen here.
All right.
And let's see if this pops up. Can you all see that?
We can now. I can now.
Okay, great.
Yep.
So Tom, this is a follow-up of the courtesy review that you did before this body on April 18.
Correct.
That's correct.
Thank you.
Yeah, And yeah, this should be the same presentation. We've tweaked it a few times, so that's pretty much identical. So again, this is a joint project between West University Neighborhood Association and City of Tucson Parks for some shade structures at the new dog park. We have a small dog area and a large dog area. And when we built the original park, we had plans to do some shade structures, but it just wasn't in the budget at the time. And so WANA has been very eager to step up to the plate and fund these shade structures, and rightly so. It gets pretty brutal out there. So this slide, let's see here. This is just a list of all the activity that has taken place at Anza Park. I'm sure most of you are familiar with all the things. We received Prop 407 funding. We did some master planning. We did some design work. So we built the new dog park, new restroom, tore down the old restroom. And here we are. So the next step is to do some shade umbrellas for the dog park. And then WANA wanted to provide 2 benches for the playground as well. We don't currently have benches there. So there's the site plan for the dog park on the left. The 2 yellow squares are the locations of the proposed shade umbrellas. These are approximately 16 by 16 on a single post. And the umbrellas will cover most of the pad, not all of the pad. And part of this is a budgetary decision. WANA has, gratefully, they've have committed funding to do this. And you know, in a perfect world, if we had a lot more money, we'd do some larger ramadas and things like that. So there's the dog park on the right, in its glory days, when the grass was looking good back in, I think that was August 2021. So that's roughly the area that we're talking about. The photo on the right is one of the concrete pads in the large dog area. The pads are 22 by 16. So the intent is to install an umbrella on each pad. There's 2 of these pads, one for the large dog area, one for the small dog area. The poles would go at the end of the pads there to the west, and then hang out over the pad covering the picnic table. And we can move the picnic table around. That's not a big issue there. And WANA has, they took the initiative to reach out to a playground equipment provider. They're on Stone Avenue, American Play Systems, and they're actually one of our on-call vendors. And I met with them a couple of weeks ago to get some more info and talk to them about the project. So this is an example. They have this in their yard. It's an example of a cantilevered umbrella, about the same size. So the plan is to install 2 of these, but not the same color. We will go with a more neutral color per the wishes of the historic review committees and subcommittees, as well as parks. We try to stay away from bright colors. We want things to blend into the background. So that's essentially what the umbrella will look like. It's on a foundation that goes about 5-6 feet in the ground, 2 feet wide. That won't be seen at all. And I believe that's a 8x8 post that comes up. And let's see, and then there's an example of the benches that will go in the playground area. Oops. And then here's the playground area. I know that the bench, this historic review isn't required for the benches, but we've added that in anyway. You can see that we currently don't have benches at the playground. And our playgrounds are very bright colors. We're going to try to match blue that's there. And then put the benches within the play area there, the play pit. So that's about it.
Hey, Tom, this is Rick.
Yeah.
I appreciate that the benches don't require historic review. But I just had a question. I meant to ask it last time.
Sure.
Are those benches going to look more or less the way you're depicting them here? And what I'm asking is, because I have noticed in other parks, and I'm off the topic of historic, that a lot of the benches that are being installed nowadays have little partitions on the bench so someone can't lie across the whole bench.
And that's, yeah, and that is a concern. I believe Jim mentioned that last time, and we'll work with the supplier on that to provide some sort of divider. They might have a pre-made divider that can go on that. And this is mesh. This is plastic coated mesh, pretty durable stuff. So if we have to get something fabricated to serve as a larger divider, we can certainly do that. But a lot of the homeless activity, as most of you know, is not nearly as bad as it used to be a year ago. So things are fairly under control, but we don't want to create another habitat for sleeping on the playground.
Yeah, I'm speaking more as a resident than as a board member when I say yes to that. And I appreciate that the issues have gotten much better, but then on the other hand, is the bathroom open yet, or is it still shut down?
I haven't checked back on that. Somebody hacked into the mechanical room there. So, but I'll make sure I report back to Juana tomorrow, find out what the scoop is.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yep.
So that's it. I know you got a summary chart, but Jim, yes.
I just want to, since the courtesy review before this board, we did go before the Historic Landscape Advisory Committee. They moved to approve the benches and the umbrellas with the condition that muted colors be utilized for the fabric. And it was a unanimous support for this particular effort. And I have a color palette if people were interested in the choices that we can make, but the committee seemed comfortable leaving it to Parks and West University to pick a color that would be appropriate and acceptable to both.
Okay, that seems reasonable. All right, it's pretty much the same thing we saw last time. I know everybody on the board wasn't here. Are there any questions or comments for Tom?
Nothing from me. This is Darcy.
Yeah, thanks, Darcy.
This is Rachel, same.
Okay. All right. Hearing no other comments, can someone make a motion?
I'll move that we
Before the motion, let me ask, Jim, you said that the Historic Landscape Subcommittee recommended the approval of the umbrellas and the benches and said that the colors of the umbrellas should be determined by this group.
No. No, he said determined by Parks and WUNA.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
a subdued color to be chosen by,
Subdued color.
and
So we all agree, not red, not yellow.
right. So I'll move that motion to approve the benches and the umbrellas with the color to be subdued and chosen by mutual assent of West University and Parks and Recreation.
This is Damon, I second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further comments? Okay, hearing none. We have a motion, we have a second. All in favor? Aye.
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 Hazel Baker, aye.
Okay. I think we got everybody, so that is a unanimous approval. So there you go, Tom. On to PRS.
Okay, all right.
Good
thanks.
luck. It's getting hot out there, so kind of get it done.
Yeah. We're just getting through this permit process is a challenge. Michael, just so you know, Parks and Rec is going to be paying the permit fee
Okay,
pretty soon. Jody added us to the activity number, and I'll check into that tomorrow. So that'll be our next step.
okay.
And then we have an agreement that we're working on between WANA and Parks and Rec on this project. So we're trying to pushing it forward as fast as we can.
On behalf of West University, Tom, thank you for helping Parks step forward to pay for the fee. And again, we're prepared to write the check whenever is appropriate.
Sure. Okay, I'll be in touch.
You are aware that the next step would be to go to plans review subcommittee, right?
When is that? Do we have to?
We'll schedule it as soon as we can.
Okay. And we'll be notified.
Yes,
Yeah. Okay.
I think they do twice a month,
yeah, they do twice a month.
so a lot more frequent than us. Okay. All right.
I think our next meeting is coming up on the 27th. There's a big chance that we can actually push you into that agenda because you have gone to the landscape subcommittee, you have gone to WUZAP, so it's a chance that you may go on the 27th, but we'll let you know.
So I know this is off topic for WUZAB, so not for the record, but Michael, does the permit have to be paid for before they can get in front of PRS?
No, but the
Okay.
permit has to be paid for before we can generate the final approval letter. The reason we let people try to pay before is once you already go through the review and we're waiting for you to pay, we're waiting to generate the letter, and then people start getting antsy. So a lot of time experience shows that when make them try to pay before, they are quick to pay. So, but there's no requirement that they must pay the permit fee before they go to PRS.
Okay.
It's a requirement, it's a policy that the final approval letter is not going to be generated until the fees is paid.
Okay. Yeah, just trying to make sure that we don't have any other barriers. Okay. So that's it for item 4. Moving on to item 5, staff updates. Michael, do we have any staff updates?
The only update I have will be the same update as last time. The Tucson Pima County Historical Commission and the city split is still on a waiting pattern. Staff has not received any particular information from mayor and council, and so we don't yet know exactly what is going to happen.
Okay. All right.
But as soon as we get any new information, you will be informed.
Okay. That's it.
Yep, that's what I have for staff update.
Okay.
I
So-
do have a couple of reviews that will be coming to you, some as full reviews and some as a minor review. I have about 2 or 3 minor reviews that I'm working on. I'm just waiting for the applicants to finalize their submitter so it is complete. And of course, I'll contact you, Reed, to get a representative for us to make those reviews, those minor reviews happen.
Will those,
And,
so we're on to future agenda items now, item 6, I think. Will those reviews both be Zoom?
No, these reviews are actually, I'm talking first of minor reviews, which are really not the agenda item. We do it outside the agenda. For the agenda item, I believe we have the 620 project that was continued last time. We're still waiting the 620 North 6 that was continued, and so
Mhm.
we are still waiting. We're still not 6. Hold on.
Yeah, 620 North 6. Yeah. we
Yes,
continue-
620 North 6 was continued the last time. We're still waiting for the designer, owners, applicant to come back with what was requested of them. We have reached out to Alex, who is a designer, and he's saying that he's going to catch up with us. So that is still pending.
Okay,
So as soon as we get that, we'll be able to put it on the agenda. I think I am working on 1 or 2 projects that will be a full review in West University. And then we have a couple of zoning violation cases that Rick, who is helping us with the zoning violation, is working with the owners to make sure that if they're willing to comply with us, then we bring them to you. If they're not, then they have to go through the court process. Basically, what we try to do is that we have 2 approaches. We want to go with the gentleman approach to work with these violators. If they're willing to comply, we'll bring them before you and go to PRS. But after a certain time, if they are not complying or they're not saying anything, then we'll allow code enforcement to take over. Code enforcement goes through the legal process. We go through the gentleman approach. So in particular, we are working on I believe it's Aggie House there in West University. They said they were going to contact me. I have not heard anything from them. So either they will accept to just go through the gentleman approach, or we're going to turn it over and allow for some code enforcement to let its course run.
Okay.
So that's what I have for you today.
all right. I think last time Sarah mentioned she had a project coming up. Is that on the horizon?
No?
No, Rachel, Sarah. I'm sorry, Rachel, Sarah.
Oh, I was gonna say, oh damn,
no,
what am I
not-
doing
not-
now?
No, not Sarah.
You're
Sorry,
like, oh,
sorry, sorry.
man. Yes, I actually just got the drawings back from my assistant, so I need to just go through and then I'm gonna submit them hopefully here soon.
Okay,
but
so that's submitted yet. Okay.
Yeah,
all right,
but soon.
Okay. Michael, on the minor reviews, I realize they're not the purview of this particular meeting, but the reason I asked if they were Zoom is I'm here next week in town and I can participate in person, but after that I'm out of town and I can do Zooms. But otherwise we might get somebody else on the board to go in person.
At this point in time, Rick, to be honest with you, I think we are actually still doing Zoom reviews, both for these meetings and even the minor review. I've been approved to do in-person review. Just some of the applicants might have issues with computers and that kind of stuff. So in order not to let the distance stay, I scheduled the on-site review. But if you're not in town or anything like that, but basically the review is still Zoom.
Okay. I mean, if it needs to be in town, I can solicit, I'm bringing it up because the other board members are here and just hearing this. I could probably grab somebody else to do it in person.
Yeah, or when I contact you, and you can always delegate if you're not in town,
Okay.
you can delegate to some other person. That we find. My preference is always to start with the chair. It doesn't say anywhere in the code that it has to be chair.
Right.
Any member of the board can do it, but I prefer to start with the chair, and the chair can delegate to other people. But when you are
Okay.
not, just reach out to the board.
Okay, sounds good. So that's it for item 6, Michael?
Yes.
All right, trying to get us out here by 6:30. So with that, we have completed the agenda. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Hazel Baker, I motion to adjourn.
I'll
I have a
second.
Jim's, hey, Darcy. Motions, Jim seconds, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Awesome. 6:30, I think 6:26 PM.
A new record.
New record. All right, everybody.
That was good.
Thank you. Thank
you.
you. We'll see you next time. Appreciate it.
Thanks, yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
We're going to stop the recording now.
Okay.